Welcome to the Enigma realms. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this video.
Have you heard of the legend of El Chupacabra? Our world is full of unexplained wonders, things that science is simply unable to explain. We share our planet with millions of species. Some are familiar friends like cats and dogs. Others are strange and as yet unknown to mankind. These mysterious creatures, hidden from our sight, are called cryptids. But what are cryptids? And should we be concerned? Cryptids are animals or creatures that some truly believe exist, but science hasn't been able to prove their existence. But does this mean they don't exist, or that we simply haven't found them yet? Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Yeti are all well-known popular examples of cryptids, amongst many others. These creatures capture our imaginations. They make us wonder what else might be out there, hiding from our sight in the darkness of night, or living at the bottom of the ocean, far from our reach, undetected. The Chupacabra is one such cryptid, shrouded in mystery and fear. Its story takes us from the heart of Puerto Rico to the realm of folklore and scientific investigation. But is there any truth to the legend of Chupacabra? Let's see where this story takes us. El Vampiro de Moca, a harbinger of fear. The story of the Chupacabra begins in the 1970s in Puerto Rico. People whispered tales of a strange creature, El Vampiro de Moca. This vampire-like entity was blamed for the gruesome deaths of livestock. Animals were found dead, their bodies completely drained of blood, but with no signs of ripping or tearing of the flesh, such as an attack from a wild animal. Only strange puncture wounds on their chests. Fear gripped the island as the body count rose. Word traveled through the media, and soon everyone was talking. Farmers were baffled. What creature could be responsible for such horrific acts? Theories ranged from wild dogs to vampires, to escaped lab experiments, to other unknown predators. However, no one could provide a definitive answer, and Puerto Rico became the center of a bizarre mystery. With no answers to be found, the mystery deepened, and the legend of El Vampiro de Moca was born. Years later, in 1995, this legend returned. The killings, the fear, and the mystery were the same as they ever were, but this time, the legend was to be given a new name: Chupacabra, or the goat sucker. The Chupacabra brings terror to Puerto Rico. In 1995, the legend of El Vampiro de Moca took a terrifying turn. A new wave of animal deaths swept across Puerto Rico. This time, the creature responsible was given a new name, El Chupacabra, meaning goat sucker in Spanish. The Chupacabra was described as a hairless, spiky-backed creature with glowing red eyes. Witnesses claimed it hopped like a kangaroo and had a foul odor, somewhat similar to sulfur. This is interesting because many eyewitnesses in the UFO community often cite this foul smell of sulfur during a close encounter. Could El Chupacabra be of alien origin? It's an intriguing thought. But this time, the Chupacabra's reign of terror wasn't limited to just Puerto Rico. This time, its thirst for blood swept across the land. Sightings were soon reported in other parts of the Americas, from Mexico to the United States. The Chupacabra had become a global phenomenon, its legend spreading like wildfire. Terrified by these occurrences, people began to demand answers, and an investigation was launched by a man called Benjamin Radford, a self-professed investigator and skeptic, based on the eyewitness testimony of Madeline Tolentino. Let's take a look at the story of Radford's investigation.
As a skeptical investigator, I was intrigued by the Chupacabra phenomenon and determined to get to the bottom of it. I traveled to Puerto Rico to investigate firsthand, to see what was unfolding with my own eyes. I examined carcasses, interviewed witnesses, and analyzed the evidence. My goal was to separate fact from fiction, to understand the truth behind the legend. My investigation was extensive. I spoke to many locals, farmers, and livestock owners who were in shock at what was happening around them. There had been no real prior history of attacks of this nature in the area. Sure, there had been wild dog attacks and killings by and of other wild animals, but nothing like the reports that I had been reading in the news. However, despite these reports and the word of the locals, I could find no hard, solid evidence of a monster in the area. This led me to my conclusion. The Chupacabra, as it was being portrayed, did not exist. The evidence simply did not support it in my eyes, and instead pointed to misidentified animals, possibly wild dogs or coyotes, suffering from a severe form of mange. This parasitic skin disease could, in my view, explain the hairlessness, spiky back, and other unusual features attributed to the Chupacabra. Despite my findings, the belief in the Chupacabra persists. Some argue that the Chupacabra is a hybrid creature, a result of interbreeding between known species, and possibly the result of an escaped military experiment. This is because the military has continually had a massive presence since the 1930s across Puerto Rico, with bases on the island utilized as research and development facilities for several classified projects. Others believe it's an extraterrestrial visitor, its origins lying beyond our planet. While these theories are intriguing, they lack scientific evidence. The power of folklore and the human fascination with the unknown fuel the Chupacabra legend. It's a reminder that, in my view, we live in a world where mystery and imagination intertwine. While I don't believe El Chupacabra to be a blood-sucking monster, its story continues to captivate and intrigue people around the world. And there are those who claim to have seen the beast and continue to believe to this very day.
The Chupacabra, though likely a misidentified animal, has left an indelible mark on popular culture. It has inspired countless books, movies, and TV shows. Its image adorns t-shirts, mugs, and other merchandise. The Chupacabra has become a cultural icon, a symbol of the unknown and the unexplained. The legend of the Chupacabra reminds us of the power of stories and the enduring human fascination with the mysterious. It challenges us to question what we think we know and to remain open to the possibility of the unknown. So the next time you hear a strange noise in the night, ask yourself, could it be the Chupacabra? Or is it just your imagination playing tricks on your mind again? Let us know in the comments below, and we thank you for watching.
Gratitude abounds for your company in the Enigma realms. If enjoyment was found, a like, share, or subscribe could work wonders. Remember, even the algorithm appreciates a helping hand. Until next time, keep exploring those realms of mystery.